Hey. What's your good? I am your boy Z. Welcome to the Chicken Giggles for Shit and Giggles podcast. I am here with my co-host. What's up, my babies? Diddy, AJ.
Me? I'm doing good. What's up? Welcome back, y'all. We back again with the bush.
Yes, you have my good Judy. Miss Jonini in the building. What's up?
Hey.
And also, last but not least, most definitely my brother from another mother. What's up, Jarrell?
What's happening, good people?
So, how was everybody's week?
Well, I guess I can go first. It was actually productive this week. Y'all know we spoke. I'm shooting the film pretty soon. I've been getting everything together. I got almost everything. I'm waiting on one more piece, and we'll be good to go. So productive. My week was productive this week. I smudged today, y'all.
You did what?
I smudged.
Oh, child, I thought you said you smashed today.
I set my intentions, and I let it burn a little bit before I went to work.
I like that. Jonini, what was your week like, boo?
You're asking for too much. I can't remember past 2 days. Like, today's Saturday. I worked. It was back to school. I tried to change my baby's school. And that was complicated. So I wasn't able to do that. So she went back to her old school, which was okay because she turned out to have the same teacher. So I was living. So I was like, great.
Well, that's what's up.
Right.
So other than that,
Okay, well,
and how about
me,
you, AJ?
For me, it was a productive week. It actually went by faster than what I thought it would, because Z already know when soon as Monday come, I'd be like, oh Lord, here we go. Lord, I hope this don't be a long, crazy week. But it was a productive week. What did I do? Worked. Like Jonini said, for us in our county, the second week of school. Trey in this his senior year. Shout out to Trey. Shout out to Trey. Also, today I voted for the primary election. Go out there and vote. And then also I got back to a project that I'm working on. I don't want to speak on that yet. I'm holding it in for right now. But I got back to a project that I put off to the side for like a month and a half. So I got back to it, and I'm excited about that.
Hallelujah.
Well, as far as me, I'm almost like Joni. Half of the week I really don't remember too much about. It really honestly felt like a regular week. Just work, come home. I will say, as far as eating, I was able to eat this week. Last week I had my teeth removed, so I couldn't really eat. So I'm still being cautious because I still have stitches in my right side. So I get that taken out next week. But I've been doing much better as far as being able to eat, so that was good. I've been really contemplating this week, trying to recreate myself, if that makes sense. Like, I've been taking a break from my TikToks a little bit from the usual when I first started. You know what I'm saying? So I've been doing more like reactions and stuff like that. But I was saying I want to get more creative. That's why I took a little break as far as putting on the wigs and all that other stuff like that. But I'm gonna get back into it. So be on the lookout for that, y'all.
All right. So we all had a blessed and highly favored week, and all of the things. Jonini was just giving a blessing. If you want to tell us about that.
goddamn business.
So it was a good week for everybody, child. It was an okay week, and we gonna move into the next shit. And stuff.
See, this is a free zone. Let's speak it. Let it go. Let's let it go.
Jarrell, I really do want you to send me the website to where you got your cap, because I want me one in like turquoise and blue, and yes, turquoise and blue is two different colors for the people. I want a red one. Type of colors. What colors they had when you was on the?
I don't know. I know they have like red, orange, gray.
I want an orange to go on my orange theme for my birthday.
I forgot. But for anybody watching, it is a Black-owned business. It's YGN Headwraps. If you Google that, you'll see the website. I think you can also go on Instagram and type in YGN Headwraps, and I think you can order from Instagram too. So those watching, Black-owned business.
Yeah, it's for the Black.
Is it
real
is
quick?
it all
Is
one?
that Doc?
Is it fits one head? Is it all
They
one
have
head?
different sizes. They have different sizes.
Okay. And was that why? Is it .com or .org or let me just Google it?
Yeah, I was just saying YGN Headwraps.
Yeah,
so
Google
they come
that.
like this, and then they like AJ. If you want to have your locks out, they have the ones where the top is open, and you can have it wrapped around and your locks out. So they got.
Oh, I can get a. So I can get an updo. I can get an updo and have it.
I'm looking at it now. It's called You Go Natural.
Oh,
that's what
YG.
Okay.
Yeah, then they have a men collection and a woman collection and a swimming turban.
Yep.
Okay.
It's supposed to stick right to your head and don't come off.
Vacation.
So, yeah.
Okay.
So is it comfortable?
Yes, it is. Like the inside is real comfortable. As long as you don't wrap it too tight around your head, it's actually pretty comfortable.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is for the people out there. This is not a paid advertisement. We just really stand behind. Jarrell really, because he experienced it. He really stands behind this Black-owned business, and it's the bomb. Check them out.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure we always support, though.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Okay. So in all serious note, now, what do y'all feel about the situation that happened last week? It was Spirit employee got suspended after a fight with the customer. What do y'all take on that video?
Go into detail of what the video consisted of.
Okay, so basically, what happened was it was supposed to be a situation that happened over a seating arrangement. Okay, so apparently, based on the video, there was a guy, which was the worker, and then a customer who was arguing. So apparently, he walked up to her because they got into it previously before the video started recording. So the video showed he walking up to her, and she's like, "Get out my face, get out my face," and she touches him on the face. So it makes him mad. He's telling her, "Don't ever do that again. Don't ever do that in your life." So she proceeds to go and say other stuff as well to pretty much make matters worse, or egg him on, whatever the case may be. And then she turns around and hits him. So when she hits him, he punched her. But other people in the comments were basically criticizing him, saying, "Oh, well, you should, no matter what happened, you should never put your hands on a woman, no matter what the case may be." Okay.
So, I'm sorry. Go ahead. No, I was going to ask, have y'all seen the video?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Talk about? Okay.
You've seen it too, Jarrell?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Okay. So basically, people in the comments were basically criticizing him, saying that no matter what, you shouldn't put your hands on a woman, or that's very, you're not manly-like, and all the other stupid stuff, or whatever. Basically criticizing him and placing all the blame on him. Okay. What do y'all intake on that? Do y'all feel she was wrong, he was wrong, they both was wrong, and why?
You want me to go first?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's just first state, Jarrell, like you want to laugh.
I do too, cause I already know you finna do something. Go ahead.
I feel like me and her are gonna be on the same page with this one.
Let me just first say, these hands bisexual, okay? These hands are equal opportunity. You hear me? So you look. I remember it was on the show or something that said, I never put my hand on a woman, but I beat a bitch ass. Well,
that part.
It was something. I don't know
that
what
part.
It was. But that's just what it is. You want to be respected as a woman. Carry yourself as one. Don't be no man face trying to take on a man. Even if you can take on a man, when he hit your ass back, just eat that. Fight. Go blow for blow. It is what it is. Or whatever. Now, as far as right and wrong, they both was wrong. Because, fine, it was a verbal altercation. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, whatever. As long as you ain't touching me, this is a nerve of mine.
Right.
As long as you ain't doing that, it's fine. Once he got physical, him as a professional should have backed up and would have been like, you know what? You're not worth my employment. You're not worth da-da-da-da. but he worked for Spirit. So part of their interview process is, do you have these hands? Do you have hands? Can you last 2 minutes?
Can you read a bitch? Do you
Right.
can you
Right.
Right. That's part of their interview process. So he knew what was up when he got that job.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
And let's just say he did get suspended, bitch, not terminated. So he okay.
Yeah, he'll be back.
As far as we know.
Yeah, they just waiting for it to die down a little bit. Like, bitch, you know you still got your job. Just die down.
Right. Right. Okay. Okay. And you, Jarrell?
Real.
I agree. Because my thing is, first of all, that's everybody knows, don't put your fucking hands in my face. Like,
Right.
everybody should know that. Do not put your hands in I don't care if you're male, female, whatever. Don't put your hands in my face. And yes, I do agree. Once she did that, he should have backed up and be like, okay, let me walk away to kind of digress the situation or whatever. But at one point, it's like, how are men supposed to handle a situation? Because let's say he did walk away, right? But she followed him and kept antagonizing him and then kept putting her hands on him. What do people expect him to do? Just take it? Because my thing is, if you're a woman, you have to understand, if someone puts their hands on you, if it don't feel good to you, what the fuck make you think it feels good to anybody else? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's just like, what am I supposed to do? So at some point, you got to understand, even though we're men, we still have emotions. We still get upset. We still get mad.
Still got triggers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Right.
it's like, at some point, we're going to forget that you're a woman and we're going to put our hands on you, especially if we have tried to walk away. This is if I'm saying this, if we tried to walk away, you know what I'm saying? But in the beginning, he should have walked away. That's how I feel. He should have walked away.
Okay.
So for me, before we move forward to the next question, analyzing the video, I'm playing devil's advocate. I feel the same way as Jonini and Jarrell. Like, bitch, my hands is ambidextrous, bitch. It's E for everybody. However, in the beginning of the video, if you look in the beginning of the video, where she's talking and she's saying, get out of my face and get out of my face. He, like Jarrell said, he should have took that opportunity to walk away. Then, just as a professional, as a man, whatever, he should have took that opportunity then to walk away. So there was an opportunity to walk away. However, do I still feel like she deserved some of them hands? Yes, she did, because she had no business putting her hands on him twice. First, she mushed him in the face, like Jonini said, that's a trigger for her. She did that. And then later on in the video, she actually hit him once somebody got in between them. So it was like, in conclusion, they both were wrong. I agree with Jarrell that there was a moment that he could have walked away. He chose not to at that moment. And then it just escalated to more. And then she did put her hands on him first, resulting in her being tackled like a linebacker.
What I feel about the situation is they both are wrong, you know, because in the beginning, the video does show him walking towards her, you know, so he should have stayed back. After whatever happened, he should stay back. But he did walk towards her. Wrong. Now, once she touched him, for me, that would have still deal for me, because you don't put your hands on me, you know. But he still could have walked away. But my thing with her, you were antagonizing him. You know what I'm saying? You're calling this man, and that before I even say that, what pissed me off about the situation, when in the news, on the media, they're targeting him as well. Basically, they're headlining this thing saying it's basically called Spirit Airline employee suspended after he was filmed punching a female customer. Basically, already put him in the wrong. You're not acknowledging her part in the situation. Okay. They also quoted him saying what he said after she touched him. Never recorded what she said to him. And she was saying a lot to him that was provoking him. Like, and I quote, get off me, get the fuck out of my face, you fucking faggot. For one, now you're coming for his sexuality. Okay. Then you're calling him a fat bitch. Now you're coming for his weight. You see what I'm saying? Then you call him fucking ugly. Come on, you doing this shit on purpose. You could just left. You want to do that. Go ahead, Joe.
Go ahead, Joe.
Okay, I'm gonna say this real quick. Once you place yourself in a career field of customer service, you're supposed to be able to eat that shit.
Well, that is
I don't
true.
know how much she poked the bear. He's supposed to bob and weave and eat that shit. You hear me?
Right.
It's supposed to be like water off a duck's back. So it don't matter if she was poking at him. So if you want to say far as a professional level, he's dead ass wrong. Far as a humane level, it's a tit for tat. Like, bitch, don't play with me. Fuck this job. You feel me?
But I would say the line was crossed when she touched him, because that's when she started doing it after she touched him already.
If this is a career field, bitch, you chose to work for Spirit. You know what kind of people take Spirit.
Well, I get that too, but let's be real. If I don't care what job we're on, me being the person that I am, I'm not gonna set myself for the Okadoke. Bitch, I'm not applying the Spirit. I'm applying the Delta where bougie hoes go. Well, that's true. But even you say you already working there, and say y'all got into an argument, whatever the case may be, and I don't care if the bitch just touched because she was mad at you. You're not gonna tell me that you're going to your reaction.
Okay, right? No, but that's what she's saying. That's what she's saying. That's where the problem came when she actually touched it.
Right.
Yeah, that's when the line is crossed.
Right, because all the talking, calling him the fakest word, calling him fat and all that, that's neither here nor there. Eat that. But the line was crossed when she actually touched him.
But that's what I'm saying. She touched him first.
Guess what? This bitch about to cancel
no, but y'all missing it. She touched him first before she started.
We're not missing that. We acknowledging that. What we're saying is the line was crossed. I don't care how much you antagonize me. I don't care how much you verbally poke the bear. Bitch, I am going to get the last word. Fat bitch. I know I'm fat. Right. But guess what this fat bitch about to do? Cancel your flight.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? So he could have done that. Say about me, I'm gonna get that last laugh, baby, because I'm vindictive.
Yeah, he could have did that. He could have done that with that first, when she did that first little poke right there. That's right there where I would have stopped the shit and it would have been over for her right there. I wouldn't have whipped her ass. I'm saying I would have canceled her shit, got her escorted the fuck out, all of the things. But being that he decided to remain in that space and that energy, it has continued to escalate on her part, but he chose to stay in the energy.
Just and like that lady. I don't know if y'all seen that other video where it was a white lady. She had pushed, they were on the plane, and she pushed the black lady that was trying to get by. And the flight came over and she was just like, I saw you do that. Like, bitch, don't do that shit. It was another
she had her hand up. She talking about, girl, what is you doing? And then the lady, the flight attendant was like, ma'am. And she tried to cuss the flight attendant out. She said, get off the crab. I work here. Yeah. Get your ass off the job.
You gotta know your power within your job. Like, you gotta know your power within your job. But I also hate when people when people, it's like you'll see, like you saw the situation with the dude and the female, but y'all sat there while it happened, and then all of a sudden the onlookers wanted to jump in after it got physical. It's like, why didn't y'all jump in beforehand? Why did y'all wait until it got to that point? And now y'all want to be heroes. Like, sit your ass the fuck down before you get knocked the fuck out.
And then they want to fight him. They want to fight him. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just breaking it up, saying that now you tell them, oh, hit me. You're not gonna fight her. You're not gonna fight her. Now you making it worse. And now you want him to fight you too. You know what I'm saying? It's
real quick on speaking on that. This reminds me of something Jarrell said with what's that girl named Don't Call Me White Girl podcast. Shout out to you, girl. We love you over here for Shytz and Gigglez. Where she said a lot of men have died over some females bullshit.
Yeah,
very true.
And that's what's really been going on, where the whole time she's selling out and the situation already escalating by the second. No one is saying or doing anything until he done got to the point of explosion. Not everybody want to be super saver hoe.
Yeah, and see, that's my thing. Where is the line that where can we draw the line when it comes to a man being able to defend himself and not being criticized for that? Because at the end of the day, we all been taught, well, most of us should have been taught, keep your hands to yourself. You know what I'm saying? And you have a lot of people out there, a lot of females out there, let's be real, they're just like supposed to be, constantly want to put your hands on a man and think the man is supposed to react eventually and pop you.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Real quick, hold on. Joe Nini, real quick, let me say this. let me say this real quick. For Shytz and Gigglez does not stand by anybody being abused, any man put his hands on a woman. Let me be very clear on saying that.
Anybody
We're
put their
just
hands on
playing
anybody.
that true, but I don't want the women in the comments or the women that are out there listening to not feel like we have your back, and that's not what we're saying. We just saying that there is another side to the coin on this type of situation.
I would say in that situation, where do you draw the line? Him being a professional, because you could see that he was antagonizing her too. It wasn't like, oh, she just poking at him. He was fucking with her too. And like doing shit like that, fucking with her too. You get what I'm saying?
That is true.
So
but
like, we ain't gonna put it all on her. Like, she dead ass fucking
exactly.
wrong.
That's what I want.
Yeah.
But
that's what I was trying to say.
As a professional, let's keep professional within this conversation. Him as a professional, he should have took a higher road. Like, you know what, man,
and walked off a long time ago
and walked the fuck away.
Yeah,
right.
That's where the line should have been drawn.
And that's why I was saying he was wrong for when she was walking away. You followed her basically. That's what he was showing in the video, and that's when the shit escalated. You was wrong for that. But keep in mind, like I said, it started over seating arrangements.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. What the fuck? What happened before the video? Because obviously something happened before somebody pushed record.
Yeah, supposedly, okay, she was angry because when she got on the boat, when she boarded the plane, there was supposedly no seats available. So she got mad. And so the employee supposedly came to her and was like, okay, you need to go get in the court, what you call it, the court or whatever, basically get in line and speak to the agent at the gate, you know. But from a witness that was there was saying that she was being like irate. She wasn't paying no attention. She was like being mad. And it got worse when he tried to take her boarding pass from her. That's when shit escalated and hit the fan. So that's how it went.
Boarding pass.
Yes. That's what was stated in the report.
There's more.
I'm trying to think. Was she one of those people where you can get on the flight if don't nobody show up? What they call it? Is it like when you get a buddy pass? So it's like a buddy pass or something where you on standby for the flight, basically.
I feel like fear overbooked.
They do. A lot of airlines do that.
A lot of airlines, yeah. And I forgot what it's called, but I think it's when you get those buddy passes from like your friends that are flight attendants. You on standby, so you may or may not have a seat on the plane based on how many people actually pay. But that way, it sounds kind of something like that. Like she was supposed to be on there, then she wasn't. Like what happened?
I don't know. For me, if it was that, I don't think she would have been that mad. Like for one, I think it was one of them situations where it could have been overbooked or whatever, and she didn't have a seat. Because for her to be that mad,
the fact that he tried to snatch her damn boarding pass out of her hand, and it's like,
why he tried to take the boarding pass?
You said what, Jarrell?
That's what I was trying to figure out. Like, what was he trying to take the boarding pass for?
Right, like, bitch, don't touch me, don't take shit out my hand.
Yeah, I don't know, but I don't know why he tried to take the boarding pass, but supposedly she was mad before he even tried to take the boarding pass because of the seating arrangement. So that's what she was originally mad.
But I'm saying, like, bitch, I could be mad. There ain't no seats. I'm trying to get on the plane. I gotta get home. I gotta get to my kids. I understand being mad, but what would trigger me? You trying to take my boarding pass? Yeah, out my motherfucking hand.
Yeah.
So, like you said, we don't know what happened. You know, because we ain't got the footages like Cardi B say. We ain't got the camera. Yeah, we just going off what the fuck was on the camera, and what was on the camera was that both of them were in the wrong. There was an opportunity for him to walk the fuck away. He chose not to, which made her keep going with the bullshit. As soon as somebody came up, she seen an opportunity and she slapped the shit out of his ass. And then that's when everybody wanted to come and be super saver hoe.
Look, that man came in between them, and she was like, "Ooh, bam!" Look, that guy. I don't know if he played football or what, but that bitch was like.
Girl, the comments was going off about that. They tell me he rolled down on the ground.
On the ground.
Look. Oh my God, it was so funny.
Get in the way of a fight.
But
that's what they were saying about the line crossing.
But like, because at the end of the day, it's like, okay, but I know both of them were wrong. But as a man, because they was really, really coming for him in the comments, basically saying, okay, no matter what she did or how many times she hit you, you still don't put your hand on a woman. There still is a line that has to be drawn when it comes to a man being able to defend himself without being criticized. Because you're not finna sit here, I'm not finna sit here and let a woman keep pushing me or hitting me in my face and me just sit there and take it. No, eventually I'm gonna snap. And I'm gonna be justified for snapping.
I feel like
it's okay for a woman to hit a man is if she called him cheating and he just dogged her and beat his ass, sis. Okay.
No, sis, don't do that. Sis, get your shit and just go. Don't do that.
And keep your hands to yourself, Negro, because you shouldn't have been teaching, sir.
Oh God, you sound like my cousins in Dade City. Shout out to cousin. Matter of fact, let me shout out my cousin Chris. We missed you. But yeah, that there is a line of where is either I'm defending myself, protecting myself, and then I'm just putting my hand on a woman when I could avoid it. So it is a very, very thin line.
You do have women that really provoke, and push the bear.
To be honest,
You know what I'm saying?
it just all boils down to everybody keeping their fucking hands to themselves.
Exactly.
Which is where Whoopi Goldberg said, "Cause who I forgot what happened."
That was when that dude
popped
popped that girl on that goddamn train when she mushed him and he beat her ass.
And what Whoopi said is, everybody need to, in conclusion, everybody need to keep their hands to themselves, because you don't, as a woman, you don't know if you're coming up to that man that believes in not putting his hands on women. Or you may come across that bitch that's like, bitch, my hands is E for everybody. So you cannot guarantee that you might not get your ass knocked out. So
he just mentally unstable
to yourself.
Right, or you just could come across a man that just had a hard fucking day at work. Got terminated. Something could have happened to us. Whatever. You don't know what the fuck people be going through. And then here you go, you bump into them or whatever the case may be. Because our mouth is flipped. So you just, I don't know, you just never know.
But see, that I want to bring that up real quick. We're not talking about verbal, because verbal shit happen all the time. We like women that literally be putting their hands on men and expect that they won't get hit back.
And that was my next topic, my next subject about male abuse. It's like, okay, it's a real thing. There are some men that get abused, but they don't speak on it. Why? What's y'all opinion on it?
I feel like men don't speak on. I feel like men out there, they do go through, because everybody know men go through verbal abuse all the time. That's what Jonini was just talking about. But there is a certain statistic out there that men be getting their ass, like physically getting their ass whooped. And I feel like, to answer your question, that they don't say anything because they feel like they're gonna be looked at as soft or not manly enough or be embarrassed or whatever, so they don't speak on it. I used to teach the same subject at where we used to work at. I ain't gonna say the company name. But where we used to work at, I used to teach a course on physical and verbal abuse, and a part of that course was talking about the abuse that men get, as from women, because nobody really talks about it.
Right.
For the record, I wasn't laughing at men being abused. I was laughing because when you asked the question, I immediately thought, I don't know if y'all remember that video, a lady who was wearing purple. And she was like slinging and dog walking this dude. Like, I think it was her boyfriend.
Oh, that's not funny. It's not funny.
But it's, I don't know if y'all, Lord.
I know what you're talking about.
I thought of that video, but
were they outside?
Yeah.
I don't know one that she slung them outside the door.
I don't know if she slung them outside though, because the one I saw, they were already in the street
outside.
And she had on this purple, like tight, skin tight like thing. It was a big woman, and she was tall and big, and he was like skinny, real skinny, and she was just slinging his fucking ass, and he was trying so hard to fight her, but I'm like, dude, let it go. She just slinging your ass. But that's what I thought of. So I wasn't laughing at me. Okay, actually I was laughing at
you is so retarded.
Lord.
But it's crazy because like we laugh, but this is part of the reason why a lot of men won't say nothing about it.
I know. Because
I just feel like it is a difference.
I've gotten my ass whooped by a female before. She was a big girl too. But I was
big hoes don't be playing.
Yeah.
That's what I'm finna say. Like, it's a difference. It's a difference with a man that's abusing his woman, like she little and she throwing her little windmill at him or whatever, as opposed to you at the store or something and a big silverback ass bitch come up to you or whatever with her homegirls. You got 3 hoes on you talk and oh Lord. Ooh.
No,
I'm talking like it's just us. I'm forgetting I'm on the podcast, not hoes, but you got 3 women on you trying to whoop your ass. Like you not supposed to protect yourself.
So that was about to say, I got a question when it comes. I was about to say that too. I got a question. So with that situation, what do you think? Do you think it could be the man either really scared of the woman, or is it just that he just really don't want to hit? He don't want to hit the woman, so he let her just beat on him because he don't want to be the one to hear her back.
Okay,
pertaining to the abuse.
Yes.
I want to speak on that. I think it's a combination of being raised, especially our generation. Oh, you don't hit women, no matter what the situation is. You don't hit women. So I think it's a conflict mentally with that because you're also taught to defend yourself or whatever. Right. So as a man, you're taught not to hit women, but as a man, you're also taught you have to defend yourself. So I think that's a conflict within, themselves or whatever.
That's a good point.
I think it's also, it's like you said, you tell someone and then they're like, man, you're a man, like, da, da, da. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's very emasculating. Is that the word? Emasculating? Demasculating? You know the fuck
you said it right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. When it come down to, I feel like a male's ego is so precious.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
The bullshit.
That's me stroking it.
Men have to also understand that when women say that they want equal opportunities, they do not mean that they want their ass beat.
Yeah,
because
they want to have to be the ones that go out changing oil and shit. Now, not saying that women can't do that and do it just as well as a man, but it's just I get what you're saying when you're saying that. It's not saying that, oh, since we got equal opportunities,
some people, they really do
I want to be treated
they,
just like a man. No,
right. What that boils down to is that when they are out in the workplace, they want to be treated as equals. They want to be paid what they're worth, like the men do. That's what that fight is for. So a lot of men are using that equal opportunity as a way to put their hands on women. It's like, that's not what that's for.
That's not what we talk about. That's not what we talk about here.
But let me get back on topic and say that I do agree with Joe Nini. There is a conflict of interest where it's like you're told not to put your hands on women, but then you are told to defend yourself. So like she said, when men get into those situations, it's like, okay, well, what the fuck do I do? Do I walk away?
Right.
If I walk away, it's like that ego kicks in. It's like, okay, how am I going to be perceived when I do walk away? And how am I going to be perceived if I just let her just beat my ass? Because there are men that will look at their homeboy and be like, why you let her beat your ass?
Just soft.
Or then there are some men who be like, don't put your hands on her, and that's a motherfucking woman. Like, so it's like
it is a conflict.
And let's be clear, you still got some women, some men. Let's be clear, we still got some men that actually are scared of their woman too. So we're not gonna forget about that.
Yes. I wanted to bring an interesting fact. What about the percentage of men that are just like how women, they say women be penis whipped? What about the men that just be vagina whipped and they just take the shit just because? Vagina whipped.
Ooh, who sang that song?
I don't know.
Pussy got you.
No, what about that percentage of men? Because they out there.
That is
some, and just like some, they just vagina whip and they take whatever, and then just like some women, some couples. Yeah, but look, some couples out there, they get in arguments, they get in fist fights, and draw blood on each other just so they can make up and have sex. What about them type?
Toxic as hell.
That's what Jada and Will going through.
Allegedly.
Y'all were quick with that one.
But so what about the percentage of men that's they going through the abuse, verbal, physical, and all that, but they allowing the shit to happen because they vagina whip and they like that makeup time, just like how some women like they makeup sex. Men like makeup sex too.
Blueface and Krishan, allegedly.
Oh, yeah, allegedly. Yeah, but that's extra. See, that's too toxic. Like, I don't want to be in a relationship, so I gotta fight you and then just have makeup sex. No, that's crazy. Which Every day I gotta wake up, get ready for war. No.
Jarrell, any thoughts on that?
What makeup to
Makeup
breakup?
sex. Makeup. Yeah, makeup. Break up the makeup.
Yeah, that's what it is. Break up the makeup.
Look,
That's too goddamn toxic. Maybe one time if we do it once and it's like okay, but
Like,
if we gotta
what-
keep doing that shit, like
what
Bitch, you wake up
exactly
with
are we
bruises
making
on your
up
face
from
and all that?
though? Like, because makeup sex, I miss you sex, I'm sorry sex. It makes me
Yeah,
That's
want to
toxic
say,
ass sex.
it makes me want to be like, fuck you on purpose.
mm-hmm.
And you
I
know some
can't
people
do
like that though. That's crazy.
And that is
But
toxic.
that was my point. So just
Yeah,
like how they
that
like
is
to say,
toxic.
oh, that was my point. Like how they try to blame it on the women. Oh, women always just want to argue to have sex. It's some men out there that just want to argue just so they can get the cat.
Because you know what? It is crazy. A lot of times that turns people on. Like I seen this couple on Facebook. This lady, she likes for her guy to literally punch her in the stomach over and over and over. That turns her on.
What?
Yes. It literally
It's
turns
some
her
fetishes
on.
out there for your ass.
Yes.
That put me in the mind of
bitches.
bitches that like to eat cornstarch and like the girl that like what's the one?
I had somebody at work do that.
She like
Eat
to
the
eat
pillowcases?
mattress.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
eat
mattress, yeah.
pillowcases and
Oh, the
eat
mattress.
cotton,
Oh, yeah.
just weird ass stuff.
It was this girl at my work that I used to work with at a call center. She did the same thing. She would bring that every day, cornstarch, a big thing, and literally sit at her in her cubicle and just eat. I'm like, girl, like,
What exactly is corn? I know this is so off subject, but what exactly is cornstarch?
Starts from the
What
corn.
is it? What? What he said starts from the corn. What is cornstarch?
I don't know. I just know it get hard when it get wet. And she
Because I have no clue what cornstarch actually is.
I don't know either. I know, like,
I just know it ain't good for you.
When I was pregnant with Trinity, I craved it.
Where did you get it from?
Right.
That is
What is
something I have never
What
eaten.
is it?
I never eaten it a day in my life.
Where do you get it? Where do you
From the
get it?
store.
No.
You can get cornstarch from the store. I don't know
know.
which one, though, but you get it from the
I
store.
don't
so
know. But when I was pregnant with Trinity, the idea of eating cornstarch was
Crossed your
borderline
mind.
an orgasm.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Borderline. That's how much I wanted it.
Damn.
Like, it would be to a point, you know the ASMR, how motherfuckers
Yeah.
Okay, I would look at those videos and be like, damn, that look like it tastes good.
When you was pregnant.
No, I'm talking about the ASMR with the chalk and stuff. You know how they crush chalk and all that?
And eat it.
Okay.
I would look at that shit, be like, damn, that look like it tastes good.
The chalk.
But it's like I craved it, but mentally I knew it's an imbalancement. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm imbalanced somewhere.
So it makes you worried too.
Shit.
Yeah, it makes
So
you
is it the same thing?
Jarrell, go ahead. What is the corn?
Exactly what I said. It's made just from the starchy part of corn. It's a starch from the corn. That's literally
Was
what
it
it
just
says.
dehydrated or something?
I don't know. It just says cornstarch is made just from the starchy part of corn.
What is it used?
It look like a bunch of powder.
What is it used for? Like, what is the purpose of cornstarch? Like, I don't know.
Answer that.
And I'm from the
Cornstarch,
South.
you can make a slurry. It's a thickener. Like you can use it for gravy instead of using flour. You can use cornstarch, but when you do flour, it gets thick real quick. Cornstarch creates that consistency without getting too thick. You get what I'm saying? You can control it better. And it's cornstarch. Also, it's a good substitute for baby powder because with baby powder and they have whatever that ingredient is that's linked to cancer, you can use cornstarch if you just absolutely need that powder that to help absorb moisture and everything.
Because girl, they selling cornstarch, flavored cornstarch online and everything. Z, I know this is so off subject. I'm so sorry, but I just had to know.
But no, I didn't know that either. Because it's like.
Oh, I was saying everything and nothing at all. My bad.
Everything and outside.
But you know what
happened
to our listeners.
But you know what? It also intrigues me too when like women get pregnant. They don't even like pickles and all this stuff like that. But when they get pregnant, they crave pickles and all kind of weird shit. I'm like, what? Is that an imbalance?
Ariana, you don't remember I stayed in South Bay. I lived by myself, so I used to get out work at 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Go to one of them the gas station. It was mobile gas station on Highway 27. Right? I used to go in there and go in their little crock pot and get the biggest cup I could find with boiled peanut. And I would go in that pickle jar and get 2 pickles just to go home, wash my ass, and sit in the middle of my bed, Indian style,
and tear it up.
eat my pickles and my boiled peanut.
But okay, so
And that was
like,
a highlight. That was a highlight of your night.
But it's like a lot of people.
Because I would be at the prison thinking about that shit all night.
But what gets me is a lot of women say they crave stuff that they normally would not eat on a regular basis.
Yeah, like pickles and boiled peanuts together.
I had a girlfriend who used to love fucking pickles. I don't know what it was, but she loved pickles.
I bet she did.
I know she did.
When I was pregnant with Joy, on the weekend, I used to want sauce from one person. Because we only cooked it on Saturday. And I would get the biggest cup they had. I think it was like $10, $15 cup.
Did you have chicken or pork sauce?
Pork. I ain't had no business eating it. I was on high blood pressure medication, taking baby aspirin, everything. I ain't had no business eating it, but I craved it. Like, I craved it. And my ass, once again, would drive and get that big ass cup, come home, then I would go to Jay's room, sit on her bed, and I would eat my sauce just as happy as I want to be. Each pregnancy, I had some weird ass craving. The cornstarch is the only thing my ass didn't eat because I just knew that was wrong.
Okay.
Lord. Okay, so go back a little bit.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask you, I got a question for you, Jonini, first. Okay. Being the fact that you do have 2 girls, okay. What would you say that you would teach or women should teach their girls about abusive situations or about like keep your hands to yourself?
Which one?
Huh?
Both.
I guess both.
Yeah,
both.
the whole
it's
a 2-part question.
Either direction. It's the same thing. Like I'm gonna tell you straight up. I tell my oldest now, because you know, with the whole bullying, and then you find that children committing suicide even younger nowadays, which is mind blowing to me. I tell her now, I'm like, look, don't let nobody talk to you any kind of way. Don't let nobody say anything to you. If anybody hits you, you have 1 or 2 things to do. Go tell your teacher or hit their ass back. If you choose to tell your teacher, that's fine. If your teacher don't do anything and they keep fucking with you, hit them. If it's a boy, hit them in the nuts. Hit them as hard as you can. Kick them. Don't punch. Kick them, because they give you a chance to run. Or them, and then once they down, beat their ass.
Right.
But yes,
you're right.
I give her options. I'm like, look, you can do it. I said, let mommy deal with the rest.
Right.
Because if you told the teacher and nothing is done, you have every right to defend yourself. Let mommy deal with the rest. Mommy got you. And that's honestly what I tell her. And that goes to a boy and it goes for a girl. Because I said, guess what? It hurts to get kicked down there too. Let her feel it. If you can't do nothing else, let her feel. My baby, she's sensitive. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So she will cry before anything or whatever. So do what you have to do. And that same thing as an adult. Don't let no man put his hands on you. Speaking from a person who I'm trying to break change, because my mom dealt with domestic violence. I've dealt with domestic violence. Speaking from someone who's dealt with domestic violence, myself, who comes from a mother who's dealt with domestic violence, I'm trying to break this chain. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
I never had that talk. You get what I'm saying? I've never had that talk. So I'm gonna have that talk with her. Even with me have gone through, I've always spoke to her. Look, you don't have to deal with this. I don't want you to deal with this. If at any point you feel uncomfortable, you let mommy know, because this nigga will be gone.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And I even had a guy tell me like, oh, you're the adult. She's not the adult. And I told him straight up, nigga, fuck you. Fuck you. Because his thing, side note, his thing was he wanted to spend time. I said, okay, we can spend time. We can pull up and I'm going to come outside. We're going to talk in your car.
Exactly.
And he'll be like, nah, why can't I come in? I said, bitch, because I got girls. You ain't finna meet my girls. You ain't nobody. You ain't finna, no. My house is my special place. You ain't finna come in my shit. Right. I said, I don't want my girls seeing niggas. They said they know one guy. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's who's gonna be around her until I know for sure. You get what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
his thing was like, oh, you're the parent, not them. My nigga, fuck you. And what you have in that mindset, I don't want to be fucked up with you. So nigga on nigga block.
And that let you know what kind of young ladies he done been dealing with.
Exactly.
Right.
So he on block.
Because
so
you said everything correct.
And so okay.
Mm-hmm.
No, go ahead and finish. I got a question.
I was about to say, it's just to make sure that your lines of communication are open. Baby, you don't have to take that, and I tell her that or whatever. And I'm just to a point now, I'm showing her. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
You don't have to take this. Standards. I can honestly say that my upbringing, my mom passed away when she was like 52, but the kind of grandmother I had, my grandma was born in 1921. You feel me? So she's from a generation, she really didn't tell them nothing. She only knew what she was taught.
Yeah.
And then, you get what I'm saying? Like my grandma was born in 1921. I think my granddaddy was born in 1909 or some shit like that. You get what I'm saying? You see the age, the gap with them two? So when my grandma got with him, she had already had like 2 kids or so, just fast or whatever. But when she had got with him, she had already had like 2 kids or some shit or whatever. And all she knew is to work.
Right.
And that's all my mama really knew. My mama didn't have those conversations with me. So I learned the hard way. So just like for me, with my daughter, daughters just having that line of open communication. Like, baby, you don't got to want to come down to fighting. You know, I would rather see you alive rather than you get what I'm saying. So I don't know. That's so okay. Touchy, but
now see, and you don't have any boys. Now, what if you had any boys? Would you treat them the same thing, or would it be a slight difference because he is a male?
Same fucking thing. It come down to it. Like I said, you don't hit no woman. The bitch ass.
Yeah.
And I mean that shit. Like, be the bitch ass. It's because it's like some females, I'm gonna say some women really walk around like they niggas.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm a hard female. You get what I'm saying? I tell you quick, bitch, I'm a thug. But I ain't gonna walk up to no nigga like, bitch, I can whoop your ass. I'm not finna do that. Because I know the first opportunity I get, bitch, I'm gonna hit something up and knock your ass out because you are a man.
Right.
So I'm naturally the weaker one. Even if I may be physically strong, I don't know, but I'm naturally the weaker one, the weaker vessel. So I'm naturally in my head was like, okay, bitch, I'm weighing out my eyes. I'm a thinker. You get what I'm saying? So even when it comes down to me having a son, baby, you have every right to defend yourself. You are not supposed to hit girls.
Right.
If a little girl hit you, tell the teacher, let her know. Let him know what is going on. Other than they keep fucking with you, let mommy deal with it.
Right.
I get what you're saying. Parents, because now I saying the parents gonna be on some. Oh, they're little girls. That's what girls do. But if my little boy knock your little girl out, then you want to have problems.
Right. Yeah.
Right. And that's important too. That you have that communication with them, because you got some kids that are afraid to come home and tell their parents that somebody's bothering you. And they feel like it's hard to talk to their parent. Sometimes you have kids that are in these households where the parent make it difficult for the child to even come to them and talk to them about anything.
Right.
And and that's another issue too within itself.
Yeah. For me, real quick, being a parent of a male, I would say what Jonini said, but also I feel like as fathers with males and trying to raise a young man to grow into a man, it's also about your mental capacity as well. So I would definitely be cultivating that and cultivating him to really learn how to handle situations like that, so it won't even get to a point of where you have to react physically. So I think that is a part of the accountability too, is the fathers not being there, or just a lack of educating the men, the boys, to be more level-headed in situations, because we know women are just naturally more emotional. That's not a discrimination thing. It's just a fact. So
Right.
being a male, you have to be a little bit more grounded in your energy and grounded in your thought process, and recognize when you have those moments that you can walk away. Now, like Jarrell
Right.
did say, you may be in a situation where you can't walk away. You in an enclosed, like the dude was in he getting attacked by the girl that ended up murdering him. He was in an enclosed elevator. So there's nowhere
Right.
you can go. You have to defend yourself. So, but in I'm gonna make it sure. One point is to recognize moments where you can change it and walk away, and then two, yes, no one deserves to fuck all that masculine stuff. You are a human first, and no one deserves to have they be having their hands
Placed on
somebody
him.
and then recognize that you need to leave that person, that female, alone if that's what you're going through in a relationship type of situation. But
Right.
definitely hands are for everyone. And
Right.
I also want to say real quick, it's depending on the situation too, because if it's just you and your old lady, and she may be, you know, a little smaller than you, you can deal with that. But if you like, it was a gay boy at the store or something, it was like 3 or 4 hoes that jumped on him. Nobody said nothing, but then when he started defending himself, now all the men want to jump in. So I would
Right.
teach my son that it depends on the situation. Like a life, you know, if you have to defend yourself, you have to defend yourself. But also to try to use your brain to recognize those moments that you can walk away.
Right. Especially
if
if it's a weapon involved.
Yeah, if I had a daughter, I would teach the same thing that Jonini said, that no one, you know, recognize when, because normally it's signs before you start having physical abuse happen on you in a relationship
Right.
situation. Recognizing those signs, keeping that open communication, like she said, is very important for parents, in particular with girls, mothers and fathers, to have that open line of communication. And you know, defend yourself, but don't be going out there feeling like you Superman, because like Whoopi Goldberg said, you don't know if this man is gonna be one of the ones that really feel like I ain't supposed to put my hands on you, or if he gonna windmill the shit out your ass. So you don't know what
Or
type
what he
of
been through that
male
what he
you
been
coming
through
up
that day.
on. Yeah, or what he been through that day. So
I ain't gonna
don't,
put my
as
hands
a
on you, but I got a taser and some pepper spray for that ass.
so as a woman, I mean, as a father to my daughters, I would just teach them to not be like submissive to where you're taking anything from a man and he whooping your ass, but how, you know, protect yourself, but don't provoke situations that are not
Right.
worth being
Right.
provoked.
Right.
And what
But
about you,
yeah.
Jarrell?
I actually feel the same way, because you do have to be, as a man, it is up to you to be grounded and be level-headed. You have to be the critical thinker in the situation to know how to diffuse the situation. But like y'all said, it all depends on how you were raised. And if you weren't raised or taught that, then you gotta kind of put life experiences in that situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
So that's kind of what I don't have kids, but you know, I got sisters. So I only grew up with one of them. I don't really speak to the other one like that. But you know, I try to teach her things when it comes to men, and to what to look out for, how to keep herself from getting into situations. Cause me and my sister, we the same. We got a lot of mouths. We do. We got a lot of fucking mouths. Sometimes I have to tell her, look, sometimes you just gotta shut up and just let be. Just let it be. Stop letting everything get up under your skin. Learn to just hush and just walk away. If you feel like it's going to escalate to a point where it's going to get physical or you're going to be harmed, just shut up, leave, and just don't look back. And if it's with you in a relationship, leave, wait till both of y'all are level-headed, and then come back and try to work it out. But if y'all can't, then obviously y'all don't need to be the fucking together, and just let that shit fuck go. Because you got all brothers, and we will come and roll the fuck up real quick.
And then pull up.
Yeah, pretty much. You know,
because I'd be on spirit real quick and make a bitch spirit.
I feel the same as that way. You know, if I had, you know, girls or boys, I don't have any biological kids of my own, but I do have a stepson, you know, but I teach them the same thing I would teach my kids, you know, at the end of the day, you never want to put your hands on nobody. We're never to do that. But at the same time, you also have to defend yourself, because if anything happens, I may not be there. I may not be able to get to you. But if I don't care who it is, if they provoking you, you do what you got to do. And then once I get there, I'm gonna take care of the rest. But I also want to keep that line of communication open, so that way you can feel comfortable coming to me if the situation happens and let me deal with it. You know, because like you said, a lot of people, there are kids who don't feel safe talking to their parents. They don't have that safe zone. You know, and that's not okay. But that's they're only doing what they've been taught, what they went through in their lives growing up.
Yep. Or saw. Yeah. So that's what I want to say. My last little thought is I want to be clear that again, we don't, for Shytz and Gigglez podcast, we don't condone the abuse of women at whatsoever. However, we do want to make it a point to acknowledge that there are men that are out there being abused, not only verbally, but actually physically. So we do want to make a point to acknowledge that. And, you know, again, everybody just keep your hands to yourself. And then for the parents, having that open communication, you already cultivating, you know, a more even ground and more understanding people on both sides. And that's just how I feel.
And for the man, if you are being in an abusive situation, it is okay to speak out. You do not have to hide it. You know, it's okay it's not going to demasculate you or, you know, take away the fact that you are a man. You know, if you are going through an abusive situation, talk about it. Normally, it's happening. Anybody else want to share a little bit of closing remarks?
The first time I ever seen a man get beat on was my mama. It's my stepdad. And let's be fair, he was a crackhead, and he stole our car, sold everything, child, the laundry detergent.
Did you say stole or sold?
He stole everything and sold it. It was a laundry detergent. We had some bicycles. They had no tires. He sold those. He rented out our car, and we found out because somebody saw our car. Somebody else was driving.
What?
I'm so serious. I can't make this shit up.
Like, girl, I seen your car going down 5th Street.
Like, what the heck?
So what
Kind of
happened
an enterprise.
So what happened was my mama went to the crack house he was at and yanked his ass out. So brought his ass home, and we had to stay with our grandma because, you know, he was a crackhead and he spent all the money. So that was in my grandma's room. This is not funny. Please seek help. It was in my grandma's room, and then the door was cracked. My mom's name was Josephine, rest her soul.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna call him Walter.
Okay.
So, this is not funny. Okay, so the door was cracked. I think they thought they closed the door, but us being kids. So you know how kids be like at the door, but you behind the door, like the door open in, right? So it was like we peeking around the corner, right? All you see, he on his back like this. Josephine, please.
I don't think that constitutes. That ain't abuse. That's he deserved that ass whipping.
Yeah,
He did.
That's different.
That was warranted. That was warranted.
And they like, drugs is not a choice; it's a disease. Well, yeah. But it's not okay. Like when it came down, so that's the first time I seen my mama do that or whatever.
Real quick, I would like to say I applaud her for her patience because she could have whooped his ass right there at the
right in
house,
there.
but she was patient, got him back to the house in an enclosed space where it was peaceful, closed the door, and then
she got him to a place where she thought there were no witnesses,
and she wouldn't go to jail.
That part. That part.
My point exactly. She was using her brain.
I just want to also point out that him and my mom were best friends or whatever. Even after the divorce, they still were best friends up until when she died. He was in a hospital or whatever. He signed himself out the hospital, limped his ass right into that damn wake when my mama's husband was standing right there and walked right past that nigga or whatever. Or whatever. So Yeah. So that's I'm just saying, like, you know, he would tell anybody that my mom was the best thing that happened to him. He just couldn't help he was a crackhead.
Yeah, it just things happen.
Now, man, if you are in that situation now, you getting abused, that ain't abuse. If you call
That ain't abuse.
it ain't abuse. Now, if you really being abused, now you can speak out on it, okay? But that, if you cause that,
so it's a difference. It's a difference from a warranted ass whooping and getting abused. It's two different things.
Everything, child. He stole everything. Look, y'all, I can't make this shit up. He was a handyman and he used to fix on shit. He literally wired my auntie's security system so he could be the only one to break into it.
Oh Lord.
Damn.
So he was a smart crackhead.
Damn.
Jarrell, you got anything for us?
I'm sorry, y'all.
You good?
If you talk about a story, no, I ain't got no stories.
No, the closing remarks on the subject.
Well, all I really can say is everybody just needs to learn to keep their hands to their fucking self. That's really all I got. Because like I said before, that's what it all boils down to. Everybody keep your hands to yourself. If you can't speak however you feeling without putting your hands on somebody, then you need to seek some help. That's all.
Right. Yeah. Well, y'all, in closing, I want to say thank everybody for watching for Shytz and Gigglez. Please make sure y'all follow, like, subscribe on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. We will have a Facebook soon. Our Omniverse. Just make sure y'all check us out on all platforms. If y'all are not watching, don't lie to us. Don't try to say you following us when you know you're not. Because we watching. We always watching, okay? We here. Y'all can follow me too on TikTok at ZEE_Pinkney. That's PINKNEY. Anybody else want to shout out their platforms?
Jarrell got TikTok.
I don't use it like Z do. Mine is more for watching.
Do you know it though? What is your TikTok?
Remy Smith 10, the number 10, 10.
There it is.
There you go.
I'm more active on my Instagram, actor_Jarrell, JEREL_Smith.
That's right.
And Joni.
I don't know my name. Just look at the bottom. It's the link.
Yeah. Up under this video will be all of our social medias. All the social
it's
media
under every video. Under every video, we have all our information up under there.
Oh, real quick, since you said that, y'all go back and look at the stuff we did before. It'll be real entertaining, real informational. Go back and look at the other videos too.
Trust and believe, y'all will be loving it. Okay, well, we want to say thank y'all once again. Okay, go ahead.
Because we haven't said this in a while. If you need advice on anything, just hit us up and we will answer your email. It's in the link in the Onuniverse. Is it Onuniverse? Onuniverse, whatever.
Onuniverse.
The link is below. You know, just shoot us an email. Tell us what you're going through. We'll honestly give you some honest feedback on how we feel you should handle the situation. So hit us up. We here.
All right, y'all. Here y'all go. And thank y'all for the support. Make sure y'all come back soon. You hear? Bye.